Ahna gets called out for a viral video. Let's talk about it. Can we talk about it? Because I want to talk about it.
Do I think I'm culture? Why? Because I have braids in my hair? No, I don't, bitch. Because I have black people in my family. I am a little black, but I don't really claim that. I'm Puerto Rican Dominican, but...
Let's stop playing dumb. Dominicans are black. You can argue, you can deflect, you can pull out your grandma's Spanish last name if you want to. But your ancestors came from the same boat that mine did. The same ports, the same plantation. You just got told to call it something else. So here's a history that y'all keep pretending that's not connected. But it is. Hispaniola, one island, two countries. Haiti on one side, the Dominican Republic on the other. France colonized one, Spain colonized the other. But both of them filled that land with enslaved Africans. That's not a theory, it's a ledger, a fact. It is factual. But when Haiti won its freedom in 1804, the first successful Black republic, the world punished them. And the Dominican elite looked at that and said, oh, hell no. We need to make sure they never lump us in with them. That's when the whitening started. Textbooks got rewritten. Skin tones got renamed. Blackness became something to bury, not to honor. So if we fast forward to the 1930s, dictator Rafael Trujillo literally powdered his skin to look lighter. He banned African drums, outlawed Haitian-looking names, and murdered 20,000 Haitians in the Parsley Massacre because their blackness offended his fantasy of purity. And you know what's wild? Is that this man wasn't even white himself. He was just obsessed with being closer to it. So he made sure that generations of Dominicans learned to say, I'm Indio instead of I'm black. And that lie worked so well that people still die on that hill today. Because you can bleach your skin, you can straighten your hair. You could say you're Spanish all day long, but our rhythm will always give you away. The drums, the hips, the food, the words, the bloodlines. That's Africa. Merengue, African rhythm. Bachata, African soul. And DNA studies already confirm what we've been saying for the longest. Most Dominicans are over 50% African descent. The denial doesn't come from not knowing. It comes from not wanting to admit that the same thing you were taught to hate is literally you. Anti-blackness in the DR didn't start with the Dominicans. It started with Europe, but it's been passed down generation after generation. It's why people can look in the mirror and see their black grandmother's face and still say, I'm not black, I'm Dominican. Like being black somehow cancels the rest of who you are, when really it's the foundation of who you are. So yeah, Dominicans are black, they always have been. The only difference is Haiti had to fight for it, and the DR was taught to hide from it. But bloodlines don't lie, the rhythm doesn't lie. The mirror doesn't lie. The only lie that ever existed is that blackness is something to run from. And that's the one y'all are still trying to keep alive. Let it go. Jeez.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, I've been doing YouTube since 2005 and it's now 2025. And if you don't know now, you know. A Connection TV has a brand that's synonymous with Bad Girls Club, and now we spill it over into the baddies. I've done interviews with just about all these girls, and I've done quite a few interviews with some of the girls in the baddies world. Now, there's always been mumbling going around about Ahna saying the N-word and about Biggie saying the N-word, right? And the N-word has been converted to be this popular thing that just about anybody can say, because it just has become this popular thing. It's branded in the music, it's branded in culture, and it's branded that if you say it, you're cool. Right? But it's also branded that if white people say it, it's a problem. Now, I've been a fan of not using the word as a whole in its totality, in its totality from anybody, right? Of course, I'm blackly black. So I hear it. I might say it once or twice, but it's not in my vocabulary. It just isn't. It doesn't live there. There are other words that I can use, right? But then we get on topics with like the Gretchens of the world and the Ahnas of the world and the Biggies of the world, right? Three women that in my memory and in my mind, and from what I've seen on social media, have never claimed to be black. Gretchen, that we already know that. But it's always a discussion about Biggie and about Ahna, right? Now, what I'm going to say is, can these two women learn to live and enjoy their blackness? Sure. Right. But that needs to be authentic and not just because they want to say the N-word. Let's be clear. Right. The video came out with her saying, oh, I don't claim that I have black people in my family, but I'm Hispanic and Dominican. I just showed y'all the video of what the history of the people that claim to be just Dominican. That's the history, right? And so everywhere around the world where black people have been based or brought to, right? It's like as a whole, we started a lot of these people that are walking around here. Walking around saying, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, oh, I'm not that. I got that, a little bit of that, but we're the foundation for a lot of these people, right? But it's been ingrained in them to not accept that part of them and just to go Spanish route, Puerto Rican route, Latino route, whatever route, right? There's a black and a white side to that concept, right? And 9 times out of 10, the people, if they come from the black side, they're going to denounce the black side and just say, I'm Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Spanish, I'm whatever, I'm Cuban, I'm Mexican, I'm this, right? On the white side, they'll leave that there, but they'll just stay in the middle. I'm this. They'll never claim this, though. They look like this, but they'll never claim this. Unless they want to say the N-word, or unless it's cool, or unless they about to be in a hip-hop video, or unless, oh, I got black friends. I'm not saying that that's Biggie and Ahna. I'm saying that that is the nature of how that is, just regularly speaking, right? Everybody wants to know why Biggie and Ahna say the N-word and they don't claim to be black. I've never seen a video where Biggie was like, I'm black. I've never seen a video where Ahna was like, I'm black. We've seen the video where she doesn't claim black. But I was on a cruise, right? And I was so upset. It was an interesting time in my life. I was so upset because every culture was represented on this cruise except for black. We had Italian restaurants, we had Spanish restaurants, we had Asian cuisine, we had all types of variations of food, but there was no soul food, there was no Jamaican, there was no Caribbean, anything, right? And I was in the Spanish restaurant and they were able to like do salsa and everybody was like living for their culture and blah, blah, blah. And I was so aggravated and upset that I had no representation at all on this cruise. And I was like, I need to get off this cruise because this is not right. Mind you, every continent does not want to accept black. Every continent does not really want to accept black, right? Obviously, if you live in Africa, it is what it is. But So I'm aggravated. I'm angry. I'm sitting with a white friend of mine, and I'm like, I can't be in this restaurant right now. I'm aggravated. I'm pissed. So I walk away. A dark-skinned, lovely-looking woman comes down the steps. And I'm not exaggerating. I was so caught up in a rage, and when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, that's me. That's me. I can rock with her. I can rock with her. Let me spill some of my anger out on her. Like, hopefully she can make me feel better. Mind you, she works for the cruise line. We're on this cruise. I'm thinking she's gonna do her job, and I'm thinking she a sister. So, sis, I have to vent for a little bit. I said, excuse me. She said, yes. I said, I don't want this to come off no sort of way. Right? Because I know people don't claim this, but I'm like, are you black? She looked at me. She hesitated. And then she said, what did she say? She said, I'm Dominican, but yes, I'm black. That aggravated me. And I think she said something a little different. Like she said, well, I'm Dominican, but yeah, I think it was something along them lines, right? She didn't accept black first. She accepted the middle stage first, the Dominican stage. We have black, we have white, we have Latin, Dominican, Cuban, Haitian, all that stuff in the middle, right? So she claimed the middle stage before she claimed black. And then there was but I'm black. And I was like, I just wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up, right? Because like I said, often than not, if they have black in them, but they're part of that middle stage, they're going to claim that middle stage before they claim black. It's just the history of it all. You saw the video in the beginning. So I put Ahna and Biggie in that spot. I don't know these women. I've never talked to these women. Well, I talked to Ahna before, but I don't know these women like that. It is what it is. Boom. But Biggie runneth over the mouth with the N-word. Over the nigga, yo, my nigga, yo, what the nigga? Like all and over and over and over and over again. Now, I haven't seen a video, maybe y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, where Biggie be like, I'm black. What y'all talking about? I'm black. I'm Dominican, black, blah, blah, blah. I'm black. I got black people in my... I've never seen a video like that. So if that is out there, let me see it. Send it to me, DM me at Team Mona Simone. That's what all the baddie stuff is. And I know I ain't seen nothing like that with Ahna. So my thing is this. I wonder how they feel today. They've been in black spaces, in black culture, dealing with black DICK. I wonder, and we had the whole spiel with Gretchen. I wonder how they feel about that today, currently, because I know that video with Ahna is old. And I know since being in baddies and dealing with certain things and certain people, they may have gotten closer to their black roots. But I'm curious of how they feel today about people just haphazardly using the N-word and if they claim black. Because Big is big Dominican, big Dominican, big Dominican, big Dominican. She don't say big black Dominican, I'm black. She don't claim that. She don't. She does not. So I'm just curious. And I'm also curious, does it matter to you? And are you black? Are you black? Does that matter to you? It matters to me. Because don't mesh with me just to get on my good side. Don't mesh with me just to say the N-word. Don't mesh with me if you really don't mesh with me. And with me, I mean black. That's what I'm saying here, people. I'm curious to know how y'all feel about it. Leave your comments below. Do y'all think Biggie and Ahna are black? Do y'all think they claim black? Have y'all seen anything where they claim black now? I'm curious. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think and how you feel. This is...